Yes, yes. That is true. Definitely to a full extent. Like, people are going to look at you different when you have a felony record. People do expect the worst from you when you have a felony record. But here's the thing, man. Like, there's jobs for people who have felonies, all right? But there's not jobs for people who are uneducated. There's not jobs for people who don't want to work. There's not jobs for people who feel like they're too good for anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the biggest problem I see with a lot of people who are being released from prison. They like, I made drug dealer money. You know what I'm saying? When you make drug dealer money, you're making thousands of dollars a day. Whether or not you're spending it properly or using it for the right things, drug dealers can potentially make thousands of dollars. Some dudes are making tens of thousands of dollars a day. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of these guys are getting out of prison with this mindset like, I should be able to work and make the same amount of money I was making when I was doing this or that or third or whatever illegal thing. And half of these guys don't even understand the concept of taxes. You know, I didn't. Fucking when I got my first paycheck and I looked at it, I was like, damn, I had to pay $150 out of my $300 paycheck to the government. I mean, that's a bit of an exaggeration, you know what I'm saying? But that's the point. Like, these guys, they get out and they're seeing like, I don't want to work for $7 an hour. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think the biggest problem with felons getting jobs out of prison is that they feel like they're too good for a lot of jobs. I'm not too good for anything. If you're going to pay me, I'm going to do the work. First job is only your stepping stone to your next job. You get what I'm saying? Like, your first job out of prison, it may be McDonald's, it may be at some factory, it may be wiping asses. You may have to clean up the shitty, dirty, nasty porta potties outdoors. At like, whatever the job is, like, do that shit, make that money. Like, because that job, once you're working for a little bit, the next job's gonna come. Because like, that's how I got this second job at Dollar Tree. Because I put down that I'm working at the Take 5 oil change place, and they've already hired me. So like, now they're like, oh, so you're working here, you're doing this. And I went in for my interview, and they're like, well, they actually literally, we talked about my criminal record and my past and this and that there. And I was like, yeah. And I'm working. They're like, so how does that work with you doing your customer service there? And they're like, I'm like, it doesn't. Well, I mean, the customers don't know I'm a felon. My boss does. They know this. They keep an extra eye on me, but I'm here to work. So like, if you want a job and you want to work, even as a felon, you can find work. It's about whether or not you're willing to do the work other people don't want to, especially when you first get released. If you're willing to do the job no one else is wanting to do, you're going to get it. You know what I mean? And then that job will give you references for better jobs in the future, but you have to build a working history.